It's Chris from 2NE1 USA and kpopusa.net. This video that I'm doing here is not a 21, but I like the video enough that I thought I'd do one about it. It's Troublemaker with Hanye and JS, and it came out in November. One of the places I get confused is when I type in the Troublemaker, it seems like there's all kinds of different versions. So I don't know if there's other versions that made this more popular and they're remaking it, or it's theirs. They made it. Hanya and JS. So first about Hanya. I don't know. She is becoming, I don't know if the word sluttier. I don't know. She's like a Britney Spears. Where with Britney, she had kind of like the clean image, which maybe Hanya never had, because I've seen that even when she was much younger, she was kind of pushing the barriers. I think it's maybe in my mind, I thought, you know, watching the Hot Issue and the others, Hot Issue is pretty clean video and all that. But now it's just, she's like a Britney Spears, where she is just like, I'm like, what is she doing? What is she touching? Who? And all that. But I enjoy it, and so I watch it, so maybe she knows what she's doing. A thing about her, she's wearing the mink in the video, and the guy JS is too, and when I see minks, I just think they're politically incorrect, and so it kind of takes me away from the video, takes me away from the fashion. So in my mind, the minks, I'd say no. She did some scratching in the video where she goes like this, and that, to me, that's CL's move in one of the videos. She does the scratching, so I thought that was a little bit of a copycat of that. When I watched the video, I actually watched the Epitone remix first, and the Epitone is different. I think I like the mix a lot, and then when I saw the original video, I think the Epitone one made the video even sexier than the regular one. So I don't know if the person mixing it just maybe mixed with the video editing, made it look sexier and stuff. So I was a little bit surprised when I watched the original one. Hanye's butt is just all throughout this video. The short skirt, is bending over and all that. So I don't know if she's trying to be like a Beyonce with her butt. But after watching the video, I was just like, her butt's in that one a lot. But I have to say that her eyes are memorized, and that when I look at them, I was watching this on 1080, so the high quality and stuff. So seeing her eyes, looking at them, I thought that came over very well in the video. I don't know, with the makeup and stuff, but I like that a lot. And she had tattoos in there, so I don't know if those tattoos were real and stuff. I kept kind of looking to see if the same tattoo was in one or another, so I don't know if she really has tattoos. But you know what? With the kind of the Britney thing going on, I can picture those tattoos real and stuff. So JS is a guy from Beast, and then I only know that because I started talking about this video. People had comments and stuff, and in our house right now, Beast is big, and Super Junior, with my daughter, who's turning 13, and when we're in the car, that's all we listen to. With the Super Junior, the Superman one, we listen to that. And what's interesting is when I see Beast, I just see Beast like this. And now I'm starting to, like when 21, when I first saw them, I just saw them as 4 women. As 21, I was just kind of like, who's who? But now when I see 21, I clearly see the 4 members. And like I see their presence is so big that I see them and that they form 21. But like with Beast, I'm now, for the first time, I'm seeing Beast. Instead of just seeing the name, I'm starting to see some people come out of it, and JS is one of them. And me and my daughter today watched this video where it's called Maids something, and it has 2 maids, and they're talking, and it was Beast trying to talk English, and it was really funny. And it's interesting because I leave my kids in the different rooms, and my daughter is just K-pop all the time, and she actually helped me with a comment that I'm going to make here. Yeah, so Beast, I'm hearing, is going to be in New York within the next year, hopefully this summer. So in Hanya, I've seen in real life, and Beast I've seen in real life. So I've seen these people at the KBS festival, so it's kind of neat to say, oh yeah, I know them, I've seen them and stuff. So the JS guy, what's interesting about fashion is I kind of get it, I kind of don't. And again, I'm 42 years old. I'm not a teenager. I'm not. But that Jeremy Scott guy that does the 21, he seems like I think he was late 30s. And I watch Project Runway all the time, so I'm kind of, you know, I look at stuff and sometimes I'm way off and sometimes I'm right there. That Roly Poly song I just thought was just totally weird, but now I kind of get it and stuff. So, leopard skin is leopard clothes, skin clothes. The JS guy, he was wearing that, and I just, when I look at that, I'm like, is that fashion or is that cheesy? And I don't know, I like a lot of cheesy things, so I'm not the best person to answer that. But I was looking at his shirt, just kind of not knowing what to feel with that one. But his shoes, I don't know what was going on with his shoes. He had all kinds of stuff going on, and again, he had the mink too. And I have acne, and if you look at the video, you can actually see he's got just a little bit of acne covered up, so that made him feel more real. But one of the problems with me was some of the guy singers, you know, they get the makeup and stuff. And when I look at this JS guy, he kind of seemed kind of girly, just a little bit, and Block B, one of the guys in there looked really good in one video, and then he looked just like a girl in another one. So with me being a guy, this is kind of hard to comprehend. So when I looked at this, I'm kind of like, this guy seems a little bit too girly. But what was interesting about this guy is he's sitting there with the dancers, and he's kind of like touching them and stuff. So he kind of came off a little bit masculine, and if I had to compare him to anyone in America, it'd be Justin Timberlake. And that's because he, you know, is kind of, Justin has the song that's very similar, or all of them seem very similar, where he's got the girl, you got him, and so I would say he pulled it off as not needing the Beast, being kind of individual, where Hanya has proved she doesn't need 4 minutes, she can do it all on her own. But he did good, and one of the reasons Justin's good and Britney's here, you know, all that, is that in America sex sells. And this video actually came off kind of American to me than K-pop, even though in my mind I kind of blend them all in together. But this one kind of seemed more American. Not that I see the difference. And you know why? It's because it was a sexier video, and there was a guy, and there was a woman. And I could not believe how much touching there was between Hanya and JS. I was like, whoa, I don't see this too often. But back to the JS, he actually did some dancing at the end, and that made him seem like Justin. But it's kind of weird. They did this part where they go like this. They do this dance, and my daughter told me that's the same dance in Supergirl, Super Junior. So we went over there and we did it up, and they did the same thing. So there's a little bit of copying going on this one. Wasn't original completely. And at the end of the video, you know, with a video you need conflict. I mean, with a story you need conflict. With a video you need conflict. So what good, you know, just put in a gun. There you go, you got a gun. And you know, my daughter saw it, she's like, a gun, you know, so everyone was like, what's going on with this and all that. And but the fire at the end it was just too fake. And my daughter said it right away. She said fake. So I said fake, she said fake, so everyone's saying fake. If you like, Kanye West has a video at the end. There's a trunk with clothes in there, and some woman throws a fire in there, and that fire is real, and that made the video more authentic. It made it believable and stuff. So when you see that fire in there in that fancy hotel room, you just sit there and go, okay, the budget wasn't good enough for a real fire in this one. But I do like where it left off with him with the gunshot, and it made you sit there and go, oh, what happened after that? And a video that leaves you thinking, makes you want to watch it more, is good. But best shot of the video, everything is when you see them up dancing and they're on top of the city. I mean, that looked good. That looked sharp. That's a video. You just want to see dancing, you want to see views, you want to see a little story. So overall, this Troublemaker video, I liked it a lot, and I'm definitely going to watch that one more than once. So it's Chris from 2NE1 USA and KPopUSA.net. Thanks for listening. See you around.